understand. You don't understand how my head is hurting. You don't understand how my heart is beating. You don't understand how my body is shaking. You don't have cerebral palsy. You don't understand. 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 Yeah, I don't understand. And I refuse to understand. Because if I understand now, then I'm going to understand for the rest of my life. And if you don't get out of the toilet right now and go back into the room and face your fear, you are going to give yourself excuses for the rest of your life. So get out of the toilet, go back into the room and face your fear. This was the conversation that I had with my cousin Hitesh 4 years ago at the Toastmasters Club of Singapore at Sheraton Towers in the toilet. Me and him were guests coming there for the very first time, and all we had to do as guests was introduce yourself. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and where are you from? But all Hitesh could do was run out of a room full of only 20 people, and he went into the toilet, and he started tearing, he started vomiting, he started puking, and he started scolding me vulgarities in English, Chinese, Malay, Tamil. And I got a shock because I didn't know Hitesh could speak so many languages. But in the midst of all these vulgarities, he kept repeating these 3 words. You don't understand. You see, Hitesh was born with a condition called cerebral palsy. And he was born upside down in his mother's womb because of a doctor's negligence. The doctor was supposed to do a C-section, but he decided to do a normal delivery instead. And in that process, Hitesh lost oxygen for 90 seconds. Those 90 seconds completely turned his life upside down. But then now things are a little different. You see, when he was born, the doctor said that he won't survive for more than 24 hours. It's been 27 years. Hitesh is still alive, but we think the doctor died. Now what Hitesh does, as you can see in the photo above, me and Hitesh, we are cousins, and Hitesh goes around the world inspiring people. He has inspired over 2 million people from 32 nationalities, but today is not about him. Today, but Jeet knows this story, and Jeet realized, Vicky, if you can help someone like Hitesh go from abnormal to better than normal, why not you come and share what are the secrets that you actually told him? What is it that you actually shared with him that made him go from abnormal to better than normal? And I thought for a while and I said, okay, but I think Jeet forgot in the midst of it that Hitesh is actually my cousin. All of you are not. But is it okay if for today I make all of you my cousins? Yes. Guys, I'm only asking you to make my cousin. I'm not asking you to marry me. Is it okay if just for today all of you become my cousins? Yes. Okay, welcome to my family. You are in trouble. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about dreaming big. Because if you're going to dream, you might as well dream big. Remember at the very start I told you Hitesh had a fear of public speaking. Just a show of hands, how many of you in this room, be honest, have a fear of public speaking? A show of hands. Okay, the lights are a little bit bright and I'm in a very bad position. Maybe you can shout it out. If you've got a fear of public speaking, give me a oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I can't hear it well today. If you've got a fear of public speaking, just say oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are you afraid of public speaking? Give me a oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you are not. No, you are not. Or shall I say congratulations? Because you just overcame your fear of public speaking. Congratulations, the speech is over. But you see, the truth is that there is no such thing as a fear of public speaking. But there is such a thing called the fear of public shaming. What is the fear of public shaming? The fear of public shaming is my hair looking okay today? Is my blazer all right? Is my pants zipped up? Yes, sir, my pants is zipped up. Please don't stare. But that's what the fear of public shaming is all about. And what does the fear of public shaming stem from? It stems from this disease. You know, in the 19th century, 20th century, 21st century, 19th century, there was a disease called polio. Some of you might have heard of it, wiped off millions of people. Then there was malaria in the 20th century as well, affected lots of people. In the 21st century, there's another disease, and this disease is called good enough-itis. Just to make sure everybody pronounces it right, when I say 1, 2, 3, you repeat good enough-itis, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good enough-itis. 1, 2, 3. Good enough-itis. 1, 2, 3. Good enough-itis. Okay, and what is good enough-itis? To explain this point, my best friend actually shared with me a story last week, which I would like to share with all of you because it was very relevant with this. There was once upon a time a hunter, and this hunter just bought a new dog. And this dog could literally run on water without drowning. And this hunter went hunting one day with his friends, and of course, the hunter's dog, he ran on water and he caught the most number of ducks. You know, ducks quack, quack. He caught the most number of ducks, and then they went home, they had a feast. But his friends, his hunter friends, didn't say anything. They just kept quiet. And the hunter was obviously upset. He asked his friends, hey guys, did you notice anything different? Did you notice anything special about my dog? And they said, yeah. I'm sorry to tell you, but your dog can't swim. And that is what good enough-itis is all about. Good enough-itis means that no matter what you do, you will never be good enough in the eyes of other people. But I want you to know that you are good enough in the eyes of yourself, and that's the most important thing that matters. And that's what I had to share with Hitesh, the very first point as well, that regardless of his ability or disability, regardless of whatever he can do or he cannot do, he is good enough. And I want you to realize that you are good enough to reach your craziest, your scariest goal. What is a goal? G-O-A-L, goal. I have an interesting definition of goal, and it's actually go on and laugh. If you don't have a goal that people are laughing at, that means your goal is not big enough. That means it's not scary enough. That means it's not making you wake up every single day and getting you excited. So have a goal that people are laughing at. Go on and laugh. And I want all of you to move from good enough-itis, and I want you to move towards something else. What is something else? The cure, the antidote to this disease called good enough-itis is for you to realize that all of you are good enough as it is. You are good enough as you are. You don't have to compare with anybody. You know, good enough-itis ends up, we always end up comparing and we end up complaining. We compare about everything in our life, including our wife. We complain about everything in our life, except our wife. Because if you complain about your wife, you will not have a life. But as you move from good enough-itis to good enough as it is, you will face many challenges. You will have to become the best version of yourself. Moving forward, let's talk about my second point on dreaming big. Inspired initiative. Before that, to explain that, I've got another story to share. And let me share this really quick story with all of you. There were two guys. They both started working for a big company as a sales agent 10 years ago. It had been 10 years, and now the two of them were still working in the company, but one of them was a director, and one of them was still a sales agent. 10 years had passed. The sales agent, suffering from good enough-itis, he asked his friend, hey bro, we've been working in this company for 10 years. I'm still a sales agent, but you are a director. Life is not fair, man. And the director smiled, and he nodded, and he said, you know, 10 years ago, it was New Year's Eve, and you and me, we were the last ones in the room, in the office, and we went for our New Year's Eve party. We were on our way to our New Year's Eve party, but then I realized that we had forgot to turn off the lights. And I told you about it. And you said, forget about it lah, let's go and have a party, let's get drunk. Who cares about the lights? It's New Year's Eve, let's enjoy. And that's exactly what you did. You went to your party, you forgot about it, and you got drunk, and you enjoyed. You know what I did? I went back to the office and I turned off the light. 10 years ago, you were the sales agent. And 10 years later, you are still the sales agent. 10 years ago, I was already a director. And 10 years later, I'm still the director. And what's the moral of this story? The moral of the story is every single day, we will have the turn off the moment lights in our life, and we will have the forget it moment in our life. Always choose the turn off the lights moment in the life. I know in Singapore, electricity is getting cheaper by 30%, 50% this year. But still, always remember to turn off the lights. And be inspired. Have that inspired initiative, because when you come for talks like this, all we can do is inspire you. But you have to be the one that takes the initiative. Take the initiative to do what? I know some of you are asking me. Take the initiative to live a better than normal life. What is a better than normal life? A better than normal life is going to sleep every single night with your heart, mind, body, and soul all at peace with one another. Let me explain a little bit. What is your heart at peace? Your heart at peace refers to the relationships that you have, the relationships that you have with your partner, with your family, your cousins, like all of you are here today. And most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. That's your heart at peace. Mind at peace. Mind at peace refers to money. Because if your mind is not at peace, if you're not making enough money, there's no way that you're going to go to sleep. Some of you will continue working, because that's what my mother used to do. My mom and dad, they worked 24 hours. And when I say that, my mom used to work 12 hours in the night shift as a factory worker. My dad worked 12 hours as a security guard, because unfortunately, their mind was not at peace. We did not have enough money growing up. Heart, mind, body. What is the body at peace? The body at peace means you have to have both external strength and internal strength as well. There's no point looking very fit and sexy, having six-pack, but then you're suffering from diabetes. Heart, mind, body, and soul. And the soul at peace refers to, have you found your life purpose? Are you waking up every single day excited to go to work? Are you waking up every single day looking forward to the day? Have you found your life purpose? And are you at peace with everything else that's happening around you? That's your soul at peace. So a better than normal life is going to sleep every single day with your heart, mind, body, and soul all at peace with one another. And I would say last year, out of 365 days, I can proudly say that I went to sleep 358 days feeling like this. Of course, I'm only human, right, as you can tell. So the rest of the days, I screwed up a little bit, but 358 days, and I'm proud of it. And if this year I make it 359, I'll be very happy, trust me. And moving forward, I want to share a little bit about better than normal. I am very proud and very happy to say that Hitesh is not here today, because he is busy at another keynote that he's presenting, and that's what I've always wanted, for him to be able to do what he wants to do. And like what Rob mentioned earlier, I have a crazy GOAL, go on and laugh goal myself, which is me and Hitesh, we want to inspire 50 million people by 2050 to become better than normal, to help them live better than normal lives. And Hitesh has got a special request from Singapore, from where he is, that if all of you can go to Facebook and like Better Than Normal, if all of you can go to Instagram, follow us on Better Than Normal, if all of you can go to YouTube, subscribe to Better Than Normal, and if you're on LinkedIn as well, just search for Better Than Normal, because inspiring 50 million people by 2050, it's not easy, but we are on the path. We have reached 2 million people. You know, when we started doing this in Singapore, when we started telling people we want to inspire 50 million people by 2050, they all gave us a weird look. They said, 50 million, 2050. Singapore only 5 million population, means 10 times around, the people still have to know you. And I said, okay, we got a little bit demoralized. We went to India. And now we went to India with the same passion, enthusiasm. We said, we are going to inspire 50 million people by 2050. And then they give us another weird look again. And they said, only 50 million? You must inspire 500 million people. because India has 1.3 billion people. But remember, good enough it is. No matter what you do, you're never going to be good enough in the eyes of other people, but as long as you're good enough in your own eyes, that's what's important. And I wish all of you a better than normal life in 2019, and I wish that all of you go to sleep every single night with your heart, mind, body, and soul at peace with one another. Thank you.